The next topic we're going to be talking about is audio. Audio is not always the most important thing for a media server operator or programmer, but we run into it enough where it's important to know how to operate around it and how we can make sure we're achieving playback within a media server. Let's check it out. All right, so we have our basic project here, and our first step when we're working with audio is to go to our settings and go to our audio parameters, which we can find right here. And we can see first that we have settings for live system as an option. If I had more servers set up in my network, you could set up different settings for different media servers so that audio could play out of different clients. We can also go to our audio driver and pick which driver we want to use for our audio. We can see we've got different options depending on the driver. So make sure you pick which one you're wanting to use. Dante, RME, Focusrite. In my case, I'm using a Motu M4 that I have. So I'm going to go to the Wasapi driver and select this Motu M series. And we can see I get a couple of channels here, and I can also get a sample rate. Going back to compositing, I now need to bring in something that has audio to play back. In our standard content, we have this PIXERA AV Sync 60 FPS video. If I bring this one in here, and if I play into it a little bit, and let's make sure it's free loop. Let's turn that down. So that's giving us a little sync. And we can see that popping up over here in our driver. I can also import audio files by navigating to some audio and importing them. Remember that all clips can take any kind of resource, so I can click and drag this into here to retarget that clip with this resource. If I go over to my layer, we can see that that audio is playing back. In the layer settings, in layer setup, let's pause that. In layer setup, I also have audio options here where I can pick which service I want that audio to play out on. And I can also select the audio base channel. This is really important. PIXERA is not able to route audio. However, we are able to select which channel in our module that the audio starts playing back on. So I can take this audio base channel 1, and we're playing back on channels 1 and 2 here. But if I were to change this to channel 2, now we're just playing back on channel 2 and 3, which if you just have your left and right headphones plugged in, you're likely only hearing this out of 1. And also, I'm sure that the YouTube compression is going to only limit this to a stereo, so you'll probably end up with just sound in one of your headphones.